always know where I'm headed, but I always find a way to keep going. Roll with me. Peace. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Olivia. And today I want to share a message that kind of hit me deeply just last night. And it was something a friend shared with me, and it really got me thinking about how often, let me take these off, how often we try to handle everything on our own, thinking we have to control every aspect of our lives. But in reality, sometimes the best thing we can do is let go and let God. And I'm going to talk to you about why. For as long as I can remember, I've tried to figure a lot of things out on my own. I thought that if I didn't handle things, no one else would. I carry all the weight, thinking that if I didn't control every situation, something would fall apart. The truth is, it wasn't just exhausting. It was limiting. Right? And what my friend shared really opened my eyes. They said, I don't even know how to give anything to God because I've been figuring it out by myself for so long. And that really hit me hard because it made me realize I've been there too. I felt that same way. It's almost like we've conditioned ourselves to believe that we have to solve everything and handle it all alone. And the problem is, when we hold on so tightly to control, we create a barrier for God's guidance and peace. We can't we can't hear what he's trying to say or see what he's trying to show us because we're too focused on making everything work on our own. And while we may be capable, we're not meant to carry it all. That's where I've been, holding on, trying to make sense of everything, but feeling drained and stuck in the process. But here's the truth. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up or being weak. It means you're trusting. It means you're opening yourself up to something greater than yourself, knowing that God has your back, even when you don't have all the answers. Letting go means surrendering your worries, your control, and your fears, trusting that he's got a plan for you, even if it doesn't look how you imagine. When you let go, you make space for the things that are meant for you. You make room for peace, for clarity, for God's purpose to unfold. And I get it. It's hard. It is so hard. Surrendering feels uncomfortable, especially if you've been used to doing everything yourself. But remember, God never meant for you to carry it all. Okay? Letting go and letting God isn't a one-time thing. It's a process. It's not something that happens overnight, and that's okay. It's about consistently choosing to trust, to release the need for control, and to allow God to take the reins. It's about giving him the space to guide you, even when you can't see the whole picture. Right? So if you're struggling with letting go right now, if you're holding on tight to something that's draining you or keeping you stuck, I want to encourage you to take that first step. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to surrender and trust that God's plan for you is greater than what you can imagine. You don't have to do it all on your own. So just let go and let God. You're not alone. We're not alone. God's got you. Sometimes you got to take a deep breath, trust, and let go. I promise you that the peace you're looking for is already on the other side of surrender. Right? Like, I can admit that the past, let's see, how long I've been in Georgia? September, October. I've been here since September. And I promise you, this is probably it felt like one of the loneliest seasons of my life. And there were plenty of times, I shared in some of my previous videos, there were plenty of times where I felt alone. I felt like nobody cared. You know, people say, oh, I got you, I got you. And they didn't. They just didn't show up in the way that they said they would, or that I expected them to, or hoped they would. Sometimes I was legit on my own to figure it out. And I cried. I cried a lot. I journaled a lot. I'm like, come on, God, like you said, you know, about, and it wasn't even about God. It was my limited thinking. It was me thinking that, or trying to tell God how it should be, or how it's supposed to be, or trusting in other people's word more than I trust in God. Then being mad and resentful because people say one thing and do another. It's not the right approach. When I truly surrender and say, all right, God, this I can't. I cannot do all this. God was like, finally, my child. I've been here the whole time. You focus on what's in your control, Olivia. You focus on you. Talk to me. Spend some time with me. Give it all to me. I didn't want to. I'm like, no. Why? I got it. No, you don't. Give it all to me. Trust me. And that trust required that I do some inner work to figure out why I was trying to do it all. At what point in my life did I feel like I had to do it all? Because you know what? Only I have the power to change that narrative. Only I had the power to wake up and say, you know what? I don't have to do this by myself. I'm not alone. And when I say I have days where I feel like God, angels, the ancestors, it's like I got a whole spirit team behind me. When I wake up and I feel that, I feel unstoppable. But on days when I don't feel that, I have to do the work to remind myself that I'm not alone. So this is your reminder. From me and my spiritual crew, me and my whole squad. You don't have to do it alone. You do not. I'm giving you permission to let go. Take your power back and let go. Let go of the expectation for people to show up for you because they said they would. God is always there and will always be there. And you can trust that. Think about all the times when God has shown up for you. Even the times when things didn't go the way you thought they should and they turned out better. That's all I have today. It's okay to let go today. Okay? As always, I love to hear from you. Like, how you feel. How you feel about truly letting go and letting God in your life. As always, feel free to drop those comments, feedback, questions in the comments below. And let's continue to support each other on this journey, even if it's giving somebody a reminder that they're not alone. And to take some time to talk to God about it. As always, I love you all. Remember, you got this. Until next time.